Hi guys, welcome back to Living the Gandy Life. Today I want to share with you guys some ways that we like to learn outside the four walls of a classroom. We are big believers in getting outside, exploring our surroundings, and finding learning opportunities that extend beyond the four walls of a classroom. We also really love to travel and to learn through our travel and the experiences that we take as a family. So I hope to share some experiences, some inspiration, and some ways that you guys can either join us on the same experiences or ways that you can replicate these same experiences, but only where you live. So for today, I want to share with you guys about a bike ride that we took as a family. And if you're local to Columbus, Ohio, this would be a great one for you to take with your family. Or even if you're passing through, this would be one that I highly suggest that you try and take advantage when you're in town. We suggest checking out the Three Creeks Metro Park Bike Pass system. Now these bike paths are very doable for children. There are not a lot of hills, not a lot of up and downs. They're able to manage these bike paths. They are really well maintained and they're just beautiful. There is a lot of natural scenery where you're going in and out of the tree cover. You are going over bridges and creeks. There's lots of birds and wildlife. Actually, at one point when we were riding, there was a deer that was literally standing on the edge of the bike path. And for a second, I thought it was actually gonna like ram right into the side of us because it was getting ready to cross. But that's besides the point. I can't guarantee that you're going to see a deer, but there are also lots of benches along the bike path that if you needed to have a break or you needed to have a rest, you'll be able to stop and take advantage of those breaks. We honestly did use these. We had packed our lunch in our backpacks, so we used that for our lunch break spot. And if you're using this bike path system, honestly, if you go in the right direction, so when you start, you can kind of go right or left. And when we chose to go, we were heading in the direction of the osprey nest. And that was what we were hoping to do. Our goal was to take our kids to go and see the osprey at the osprey nest. And this was our goal because our family has been obsessed and consumed with birds for the last year. So that was why we chose to go in this direction. What do you see out there? What is that? What is it, Ezra?
Osprey.
How many of them?
Two.
Two osprey.
I thought I saw three.
You saw three? Is there a baby up there?
I think so.
You think? All the way up in that nest? So what's one thing in our family we really like?
Birds.
Birds, that's right. So we came to see the big bird nest. And my husband likes to photograph birds, so we brought our camera along and we were able to give him an opportunity to kind of head off the bike path a little ways so that he could take some pictures of the osprey while they were in flight. And the kids really enjoyed watching the osprey as they flew. They were squawking at my husband. They did not care for him getting a little bit closer. In no way, shape, or form were we messing with the nest. We just were inching a little closer so that we, one, could get off the bike path, but also, two, so that my husband could take a few pictures of them. Hey, what happened out there, Ezra?
Got really itchy.
What is it? Oh, you got really itchy out there with all of the weeds. What happened with the osprey, though? What are the osprey doing? Are they mad at Daddy?
Yeah. They're mad that we were walking too far.
Are we too close to their nest? Yeah, he wants Daddy to leave, doesn't he?
There he is.
So that was our adventure for the day, to pack up the bikes, head to a really nice, well-maintained bike path, and see how far we could get our kids to go with the goal of making it to the osprey nest. Now, some tips if you're hoping to go on a bike ride with your kiddos. We have a few of those. So one, always pack snacks, a lunch, and some water. Don't make the mistake that we have done and forget to pack those things. Learn from our mistakes. And even if you don't think you're going to be very long, you still want to pack some snacks and some water. Sometimes you get caught up and you want to go a little further, or it doesn't matter. You might only be walking for 10 minutes or riding your bike or whatever you're doing. And lo and behold, your kid is going to be hungry or thirsty, and you're going to wish you had packed your snacks. Learn from our mistakes, guys. You don't want to forget the snacks and the water. Another tip is don't ever underestimate what your kids are capable of doing. You know, sometimes I think we sell our kids short and we think, oh, that's too long. They could never hike that far. They could never ride their bike that far. And our kids are capable of doing a whole lot more than we think they can. Now, don't think that we don't have our share of whiners in our house. We do, but we are constantly reminding them, it's kind of our family mantra, that doing hard things, doing hard stuff only makes you stronger. So when our kids are complaining while we're hiking or riding a bike or whatever we're doing, we just remind them doing hard things makes them stronger. And whether that is physically or mentally, that's just kind of the mantra that we stick by. And it's funny, I actually have a clip. My husband and my son they had taken off on their bike. They wanted to go a little bit faster than my youngest son could go on his bike. And so they went off on their own. And when that son wanted to pull over and take a break, I can actually hear my husband telling him, no, doing hard things makes you stronger.
No, we're almost done. Push, push, push. You can do it. Hard work makes you stronger.
And lastly, just take the time to make some memories with your family. It doesn't have to be this extravagant trip. You don't have to. It could be something that's on a whim and flying by the seat of your pants. Just take that time, be intentional with your family, and invest the time in making memories with them. I can promise you, you are never going to regret pouring into your family and making those memories with them. All right, guys, so that was just one suggestion. Take a family bike ride. Whether you are local to Columbus, Ohio, and you can take advantage of Three Creeks Metro Park, or you live anywhere else in the world, take a bike ride, go have fun with your family, get outside and go on an adventure. If you have any questions about the trip we took, just post them below. I'd love to answer them for you. Until next time, guys, have a blessed day.